Welcome. Go ahead and settle in, lower the lights, and just listen. Tonight, we're stepping right into the space of the Oracle of Reason to decode a very specific, honestly, very intimate transmission. We're looking at a spiritual reading that's been rippling through the collective lately, and it carries this heavy, mysterious, and incredibly powerful frequency. Now, this isn't your standard everyday data analysis. Consider this a spiritual explainer of the unseen energetic currents that are surrounding you right now. If you've been feeling a strange shift in the air, a sense of quiet anticipation, or maybe even a sudden release of a really heavy burden recently, well, this transmission is exactly what we need to unpack. The universe is speaking, and we are going to look closely at the signs. So, did this message find you tonight? Algorithms are one thing, but spiritual synchronicity, that's something else entirely. In the framework of the Oracle of Reason, there are literally no accidents. If you're hearing my voice right now, the universe has a highly specific warning and revelation meant just for you. It means you're currently tapped into a frequency that is demanding your attention. Listen closely, because we're going to break down exactly what the universe is trying to tell you step by step, as someone from your past has just triggered a massive energetic shift. We need to immediately address the source of this lingering shadow in your life, someone who once lied to you, manipulated you, and totally underestimated your heart. I know that resonates deeply, and I really want to acknowledge the very real, visceral pain that this refers to. Just think about that person for a moment. They looked at your vulnerability and they actually saw an opportunity. They treated your beautiful, unwavering loyalty like it was a weakness to be exploited. But in the dim, flickering light of this truth, we have to recognize something crucial. The universe saw every single deception, every single lie, and tonight's explainer is all about what happens next. Just look at the stark contrast in your foundations. They chose a path built on ego, greed, and deception, a really dark energy that they consciously decided to operate in. Meanwhile, your foundation remained deeply rooted in loyalty, truth, and genuine love. You simply cannot mix genuine love with deception without creating a massive storm. That profound emotional and energetic dissonance, that's exactly what caused the initial tear between you two. They chose the shadowy path. You stayed true to the light. And because of that deep dissonance, the karmic wheel is turning. They are now experiencing the exact same emotional emptiness they caused you. The person who walked away, the one who left you feeling totally hollowed out and questioning your own worth, is now standing in that exact same void. They're feeling the precise shape of the pain they handed to you. And actually, this isn't some distant future prediction. This explainer is detailing a karmic consequence that is actively unfolding for them right in this very moment. Energy cannot be destroyed, right? It has to find its home, and the emptiness they created is finally returning to its source. So how does this energetic realignment actually happen? Well, it follows a very deliberate sequence of universal law. First, the mask falls. The illusions they maintain to trick you and trick everyone else, they're dissolving. People are seeing them clearly now. Second, the chaos is actively removed. We'll talk a bit more about how this applies to you in a second, but basically, that toxic energy is actively being purged from the equation. And third, the spirit evolves. You see, the universe doesn't just act randomly. It actively balances energy over time so that profound growth can occur. It's a highly structured process of cosmic evolution. What does this realignment look like in practical terms for the betrayer? It looks like a collapse. We're talking finances falling through, peace completely disappearing, confidence fading fast, and even trusted allies turning away. This is the heavy thunder of consequence. It sounds intense for sure, but remember the foundation they built upon: ego, greed, and deception. When you build a house on those pillars, a collapse isn't a tragic accident. It's a direct, inevitable result. The people they trust now are just mirroring their own past deceptive actions right back at them. The universe literally misses nothing. Now, I want to be crystal clear about the forces at play here. This is divine justice. It's the universe's mechanism for balancing energy. It is not an act of revenge, but rather the natural return of caused pain to restore equilibrium. You didn't have to lift a finger. You didn't have to text them or plot against them or wish them ill. Human revenge is petty and it's always rooted in ego. But divine justice, that's just basic cosmic physics. The universe has a strict requirement for absolute karmic balance. It's simply returning the frequency they originally broadcasted, bringing the grand energetic equation right back to absolute zero. Which brings us to the absolute most beautiful part of this entire transmission. But you became protected. Just let that sink in for a moment. Feel that glowing, golden spiritual energy wrapping around you right now. While their world, built on deception, is entering a chaotic storm, you have been pulled into a profound, completely untouchable safety. The contrast is just breathtaking. You endured the fire, and instead of burning you up, it forged an armor of pure light around you. You are safe. Let's map out your spiritual journey for a second. In the past, you really endured the heavy, totally unfair weight of their deception and manipulation. But right now, in the present moment, the universe has actively intervened to remove that chaos from your path. It moved that toxic energy right out of your way so it couldn't drain you anymore. And as for the future, your soul evolves beyond the connection entirely. You don't just heal, you transcend. The chaos wasn't removed so you could just stay stagnant. It was removed so you could ascend to a completely new level of being. And this brings us perfectly to your current state. Your energy became way too rare to access carelessly. Honestly, this is your ultimate validation. You are no longer accessible to people who operate on that lower frequency of ego and greed. You have officially leveled up. Your empathy, your love, your unwavering loyalty, these are high-value, deeply protected assets now. The universe essentially put a velvet rope around your aura. You're rare, and your energy is a profound privilege that they have permanently lost the right to experience. I want you to take a deep breath and really hear this instruction. Let them watch your glow from a distance now. Seriously, let them watch. You do not need to look back. You don't need to check on their collapse or try to see if justice is being served. Your only instruction from the Oracle of Reason tonight is to leave the past entirely behind you and fully, unconditionally embrace the radiant protection you are standing in right now. They will see your light, but they can no longer touch it. Just keep facing forward. Well, we have reached the end of tonight's transmission. The cycle is closed, the debt is paid, the energy is perfectly balanced, and the tie is permanently severed. The universe has spoken. So my question to you as we wrap up this explainer is this. Now that you are standing in this deeply protected, newly evolved energy, completely free from the ghosts of your past, what will you choose to create next? The slate is entirely clean. The rest is completely up to you. Thank you for joining me for this transmission, and I will see you in our next explainer.